Hello, good afternoon. Sorry I'm a few minutes late for Tuesday at 2. I am actually super excited to be here today because I missed doing it last week. If you were following my Facebook posts and everything, you saw that I was away on spring break with my family. We actually went to Disney World, which is one of my most favorite places ever. Oh, hi Maureen, I'm glad you're on. I wasn't able to send an email to remind everybody that Tuesday at 2 is back on this week. Yes, I missed everybody last week, but I was having a wonderful time with my family. My kids are growing up, so every minute that I spend with them is fantastic. And we spent a lot of time together. Oh, hi Judy. Judy's with Maureen. That's nice. We can do our Facebook time together. Perfect, perfect. So I hope more people will join in. I know I didn't get a chance to remind everybody that we're back on for Tuesday at 2 this week. And I was actually worried I wouldn't be able to do it because I had this wonderful time in Disney World with my family, and we are Disney fanatics. So I was even telling my husband, because some of our friends were like, you have to tell us like how you know when to go, and like it was such a busy time at Disney World. I guess spring break happens in the States too, so it was actually much busier when we went this time compared to when we go in August. We've gone at the end of August in the past, but even though it was much busier, we still managed to get everything in that we wanted to do for the most part. And yeah, so our friends were like, how do you do it? How do you skip the lineups? What do you do? So I was telling my husband I should do a Facebook Live one day just about our Disney tips and Disney experiences, and then that way everybody can have Disney knowledge, because I think it really helps when you have some Disney. Just like, I'm sure people would have a good time going to Disney without all these tips, but there's just all these little tips that we've learned over the years and learned from others, and just having gone so many times, I think it makes the experience a little more pleasant when you have a little bit of pre-planning with Disney. So anyway, I might do that one day. So yes, I missed getting on last week, but glad to be here. Oh good, we've got more people joining in. Deb, wonderful. Oh, thanks Deb. Yeah, that was the other thing I was afraid. I might have gotten a little bit of suntan, but I was like sick when I came back from Disney. Like literally I was great the whole trip, and then I came back and the flu, I think it must have been the flu, because I think that's how the flu works, right? Like it just, all of a sudden comes and you're like out. So I was like in bed all of yesterday, and I was actually thinking about you guys here on Tuesday at 2 on my Facebook page. I'm like, oh no, I missed last week. I really wanted to get on this week, but it turns out I am back to the land of the living today. So fortunately, it was relatively short-lived, but when you're out with the flu, you are out. Like, I couldn't do anything. I tried, let me tell you, but I really was just lying in bed yesterday. And anyway, I won't bore you with the details, but it's good to be here. Who else did I see get on? Oh, Karen, that's good. I'm glad you're on too. Okay, so I've got lots to share with you guys. So a couple of announcements, and then I'm going to dive into some stamping. One announcement is just a reminder that the March online ordering special is still on. Just remember when you go to my online store to use the host code VRRFWRJD. Okay, when I go on to my stamping, you'll see I wrote the host code there. But the March online ordering special is you will receive all the supplies to make these cute spring treat boxes. Okay, so you'll get the supplies for one of each. This one, isn't that fun? And then this cute box here. Actually, this is my favorite, this little box here. Okay, so you can put Easter treats in it, spring treats in it, and so all you need to do is place a minimum $40 order on my online store and just use that host code, and you will get the supplies for those projects mailed to you. Now, my Team Stick Stampers already got the tutorial and came and made the supplies for free. So it's always a perk to come and join my wonderful Team Stick Stampers. So that leads me to my next announcement. Sorry, I'm going to run and get this next announcement. Is just a reminder. about this wonderful sampler, spring sampler. So we are down to the last 2 weeks of celebration, and I want to make sure you've all taken advantage. I hope you have all shopped and taken advantage of celebration, but one of the best perks during celebration is the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit, where you would get to join my team. We have a dynamic team all across Canada, and we love sharing stamping with each other. We are all Stampin' Anonymous, Stampin', I don't know what the word is, Stampin' Crazy. We all love to stamp and share what we stamp, and so I just love to have you join my team. So if you do join my team before the end of March, you'll actually get to make this sampler absolutely free. And the starter kit is an amazing deal right now. It's only it's only $135. That's all it costs, and you actually get to choose $225 worth of product. I hope I got that right. And so it's an amazing deal. Now is the time to join. Don't wait. And you can choose whatever you want in your starter kit. So you're not set to any particular set list or anything. You get to choose whatever you want. So it's an amazing deal already, and then to top it off, you'll get to be part of my team and get all the pieces for this sampler for free. So if you can come and make it with me in April, wonderful. If you live long distance, no worries. I send you all the pieces. Except for that 12 by 12 background, because that's hard to ship. But all the other pieces and embellishments you will get sent to you. So, but the other way to get to make the sampler free or get it to go for free is if you spend $200 or more between January and March. So during those months, it doesn't have to be one big order of 200, even if you did several small orders, as long as by the end of March it equals to $200 Canadian before tax and shipping. Then you'll also get the supplies to make this sampler for free, or you can come to join me in Markham and make it for free. Oh yeah, Deb is saying stamping fanatics is what we are. Yes, we're not embarrassed. We are. We love stamping, and it's actually a great blessing to have a hobby that we can enjoy and share with others. So that's what we are. Okay, so if you're new to Tuesday at 2, just a reminder that I love to read your comments. So please let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you're a stampin' fanatic or whether this is your first time kind of learning about stamping. Just let me know. I love to connect with you. Any comments will be entered into a drawing for just a little prize that I'll mail out to you. And then also, if you share my video is on a public Facebook page. So all you have to do is just share it into whether it's a group or whether you want to share it on your personal page, whatever. I love to share stamping with others. So that is... Sorry, I'm just reading the comments that come up. So anyway, make sure that you comment and share the video for 2 chances to win. So Maureen's asking, when is the class in April for the sampler? So that class is on April the 24th. So that's the last Wednesday of the month, I believe, and that's when I normally have my Sweet and Simple class. So running concurrently on that evening will be the sampler class. So if you're not able to meet the qualifications for getting it free, so there's 3 ways you can get the sampler class for free. You hosted a Stampin' Social between January and March. Any hosts will be invited to come to that class for free. If you spent $200 or more between January and March, you get to come to the class for free. And if you purchase the starter kit from me between January and March, you'll get this class for free. But of course, you can come and just pay and enjoy the class, and that's $35. That's on April the 24th. The frame is not included, but everything else will be. Okay, so that is, I think, the announcements, and then we'll get into the stamping. Yes, Maureen, I think you'll be back home. But did you have the piece? Oh, no, you're on Team Stick, so, but I think you didn't request that month, maybe, so you didn't get the pieces. But this was something we made at our team meeting already, so you're on my team. You talk to me, and I'll get the pieces to you. You can always take them home with you. Okay, so let's do some stamping. Let me tell you what's going on here. I'm going to just put my sampler away. Okay, There's a lot going on here, and I piled everything on this back table, so hopefully it will be organized enough for me to share with you. I wanted to share about Paper Pumpkin because many of you who are my pumpkin subscribers would have gotten your box this week probably. If you haven't gotten it and you don't want to know, maybe you'll have to like watch this afterwards. So let me flip my camera over, and then we can show you what the Paper Pumpkin was this month, and I'll show you a quick alternate that I made. Oh, Lena's on. Hi, Lena. How are you? It's great to see you pop on. Okay, so let me switch my camera around and I'll share some stamping. Okay. I'm always nervous. Those of you who watch my videos a lot know I'm always nervous when I do the flip. Okay, so this was March's Paper Pumpkin, and it was in a fancy box because they were celebrating 6 years of the Paper Pumpkin program. Stampin' Up! As a company has been around for 30 years, but their Paper Pumpkin program, it's their 6th anniversary, so they made it a little special by making the box kind of like fancy, birthday-ish. Oh, Lena's saying she loves this month's Paper Pumpkin. So do I. I love it. And I'm almost afraid to like rave about how much I love it because I know some of you missed it. And I don't know if there's extras or refills available. Sometimes they do have extras and refills available. So make sure you message me if you are interested because I can always check for you. But the cool thing about Paper Pumpkin is that every month it's a surprise. You don't know what's inside and it's exclusive for that month. So they never repeat the projects. So you just always, so anyway, so exciting for this month. I already opened mine, but why it was super special is because we got an extra stamp set this month. So normally you just get one stamp set. As you can see, I already took everything apart. There's the stamps. Yeah, normally we just get one stamp set, you know, and this one's great because it's all birthday sentiments, and who doesn't need birthdays? And I like it because it's got not just sentiments, but it's got images that you can use as well. But they gave us a bonus stamp set, which is so great. This, I don't know what the value of this would be if you bought it. I feel like it would probably be like $15 if they actually sold it as a stamp set, and they gave it to us absolutely free as a celebration for their birthday. And it's so versatile because it's got all these numbers. So let me dive in and just show you quickly how I like to do my Paper Pumpkins. I usually rip it open in great excitement, and then I take a look at what the project is. I kind of briefly look at the instructions, and oh, Lena! Sorry, I'm just reading Lena's comment and I am now overcome with even more excitement. She says that the balloon here is, it coordinates with the balloon punch. You're like awesome, Lena. I think I love you. So let me get my balloon punch here if I can find it. Of course, I don't have it readily available and can't find it on my shelf, which is bringing me a little bit of concern because it should be on my shelf, my balloon punch. But anyway, Stampin' Up! Sells a balloon punch, and she says it coordinates right there with that. I know, I'm overwhelmed. Okay, so let me tell you how I do my Paper Pumpkins. I know everybody might do them differently. So I kind of take out the little extras here. And then what I do is I look at the picture. I find the full color picture really helpful. And I separate everything into piles. Okay, so here is the pile. So I just kind of took out everything and put in a pile all the things for this card over here. Okay, so that helps a lot. So I saw what I needed for this pile over here. Right, so this is this card here. The candles belong in here. The inside insert belongs over here. So this is for this card. And then I put everything else in a separate pile and did it over here. Okay, so I think that helps complete the kit a lot faster and with less confusion if you just take a minute in the beginning and just sort out which pieces go with which card. Okay, so that's my first tip. And then let's do this one. I'll do this card for you. Okay, so basically they give you everything. They even already pre-score it for you, and then they suggest to do the stamping first, which I would also recommend. So in your first paper pumpkin, you do get a block, but I'm just going to use this block. Oh, great. I see more people are joining us. Don't be afraid to comment because you'll be entered into the drawing. And if you share the video, you'll be entered into another drawing. So don't be afraid to comment and share. I love to share stamping. So one little tip with this kit I thought was fun is that what I did, I like to be efficient. So I'm just reading somebody saying they get 2. Yes, I get 2 as well, at least 2 every month, because that way you have the freedom to do alternate projects and do the projects the way they say. So what I did is I kind of laid the stamps out on the banner, on the tag as I like it, and then I put it onto the block that way. Okay, so that way when I, normally, if I was sitting down and doing the kit by myself, I kind of saved some pieces so that I could show you. I just, I can ink it up and just do a whole bunch in a row. Do you know what I mean? It's much more efficient that way. Okay, and did you notice that we got extra? So even though the kit only makes 8 cards, so you only really needed 4 of these white pieces, I think they sent us like 5 or 6 of these white pieces. So it's great that way. Okay, so anyway, let's do, what's the color? Poppy Parade, Poppy Parade. Okay. So yes, that's definitely a great idea to get multiple kits. So we'll ink it up. So that was one tip I wanted to show you, is that you don't have to stamp the happy and the birthday at separate times. You can just mount it right on the block and do them both at the same time. Okay, so wow, that was a little crooked. Okay, okay, no problem. And then the other tip I wanted to share with you is that all the numbers are already kind of pre-punched out on here, but when you just look at this paper, it's really hard to see the numbers. So what I do is I flip it to the back, and I find that you can see the numbers a lot better. So I'm going to do a 12 because my son is turning 12 next week. Actually, this Saturday is his birthday, so I will do that. He'll be excited to have a birthday card with the actual numeric value of his birthday. I can't believe this is my youngest child. Is it actually possible that my youngest child is turning 12? Next year he'll be a teenager, and that's really crazy. Okay, so let me get my snail. Now the snail does not come in the kit, but I find it a lot easier to use. They do give glue dots in the kit, but I find the snail really much easier to use. Oh, Lena, yes, that's right. We were talking about how our sons are the same age. Okay, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I feel like he's sort of a baby, not a baby, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Okay, now let me show you how to do this part here. What we're going to do, they have already pre-scored it for you, so it's fantastic, but it did take me a second to think what I needed to do. So the middle score line will be a mountain fold, okay, but the score lines on the end will be valley folds. Okay, so I found it helped to just kind of pinch it a bit in the middle, okay, where I wanted that mountain fold. And then it's just kind of like pre-folding it where the score lines already are. Okay, and then the card, the actual card part, that has to be a valley fold. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then what I did is I just kind of shut the card up. Shut the card up? I don't know. No, I'm not telling it to shut up. I just closed the card so that I could make it go the way I wanted on all the score lines. There we go, just like that. Okay, see? It just kind of goes. Okay, so that's what I did there. And then the instructions are pretty clear. It just talks about putting adhesive on the 3 sides. Okay, and it also gave this tip, which I would also recommend, is when you're doing the candles. Okay, when you're doing the candles, it said to pinch in the middle or fold in the middle. I can't remember. So you're going to fold it this way. Okay, so it's going to be a mountain fold. And that's just so that it fits perfectly in here and will fold where it's supposed to fold. The great thing is that there's already an adhesive there for you. Ta-da-da! So it's so easy. That's why paper pumpkin is perfect for beginners and established stampers, because just because I'm an avid stamper doesn't mean I don't like having my adhesive already put on. Doesn't mean I don't already like having things pre-scored for me. So it makes it great. But if you're brand new and you don't have tools like the scoring tool or things like that, you can still complete these projects. So it's great. Okay, I guess that's all the tips I wanted to show you with regards to this card. I'll show you a finished, let me see whether I've got the finished ones here. I know I put them here. Okay, so there's the finished one. And see how it just pops up? This was a great paper pumpkin. Actually, all the paper pumpkins are great because professional designers actually design them, and you get everything you need in the box. So that's that. And then I'll show you the quick alternate that I made because my husband and I will be celebrating our 23rd anniversary. Okay, and so I just took the other card. You can see what it looks like here, how they did it. Hopefully you can see that. And I just changed it into an anniversary card, and just by using a few extra supplies. So I'm using the Well Said bundle. Let me quickly show you that. And this is a fantastic bundle because look at all the sayings that are in there. You could actually, like, look at all the occasions, graduation, retirement, wedding, sympathy, birthday, all sorts of things are in there. Plus there are, if you get the bundle, you save 10%. You get these great thinlits with it. Okay, so you get all these different words. Anyway, so that's how I jazzed up this card, is just with a little extra supplies. I decided to use the happy with some Bermuda Bay, and then I just stamped the anniversary in that same color in the Poppy Parade. And at first I stamped the number in Poppy Parade, but then I decided I actually liked this little confetti thing. So I put it on top and just gave it a little bit of a shadow underneath of the Poppy Parade. So I thought that would kind of be fun. And then he's going to get a pop-up right there. And I love the sentiment that was in the Well Said bundle. The best of you has made the best of me. So I don't know whether that's meant to be an anniversary saying, but I thought it was good for us. So anyway, that was my little alternate. So that's the great thing about the paper pumpkin kits, is you can make them up exactly as the instructions say. You know, you can follow it exactly if you don't feel super creative. But if you need a card for something else, I mean, this set was supposed to be birthday, but I changed it up to anniversary just by using some extra supplies that I had and, you know, different elements. You could even change the layout if you wanted to. So there's so many different options. That's the great thing about paper pumpkin, and that it's pre-cut. It's always very exciting. Okay, so did you know the news on the street? Now, the way paper pumpkin works is you don't know exactly what the kit is going to be for the following month. You just don't know, because part of the thrill is the surprise, right? It wouldn't be a surprise if they told us what it was. So for this kit in March, they just kind of did little teasers and said that it was birthday. They kind of said they were celebrating their birthday, so you kind of thought it's birthday, and you knew you were going to get an extra stamp set. So they did those fun little teasers. So this next month for April, oh, I like what Lindsay says. Lindsay says she loves making them up as they're designed. Gives my crafting brain a break. Exactly. Sometimes we need that, even if we are crafty. Okay, so they have announced that the April kit is going to have a stamp set that is called Distinctive. Maybe I should write it down so that you know what I'm talking about. I think it's kind of a neat word. Can you see this? Distinctive. Isn't that a creative word? See how the ink is inside? So I think that might be a word that Stampin' Up! Made up. Here, let me hold it up so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Distinctive. it might be a word they made up because these stamps are pretty unique. I'm going to show you a sample of a distinctive stamp set so you get an idea. I will stamp a card for you. It is not the stamp set that's going to come in the April Paper Pumpkin Kit, but it gives you an idea of how special the stamp set will be because it features this distinctive form. Okay, so let me bring this over. This is one of Stampin' Up's distinctive stamps. It's called Healing Hugs, and this flower, and I think what makes it distinctive is that there's like shading built right in. It actually makes the flower look realistic. Now, I don't know for sure whether it'll be a flower. You can make distinctive stamps with other things. It just looks more realistic with the shading, the light, the dark, all of that. So today I'm going to share a card, make a card for you using this stamp set so you can see a distinctive stamp at work. And if you want to get your own free, like, I guess free is not the word, but it's included in the Paper Pumpkin box with instructions and projects, make sure that you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin before April the 10th. And then you will get your own distinctive stamp in the box. So I'm really excited to see what April's kit will be. Okay, so this is soft suede cardstock. I cut it at the 4 1/4 mark, and I'm just folding it in half. Okay, now don't forget, this is the last 2 weeks of celebration, so I am going to show you some celebration products. I'm going to take this pool party, and this is the Country Floral Dynamic Textured Embossing Folder. And so this is a freebie during celebration only while supplies last. So I'm speaking now and I haven't checked the inventory list. So I don't know, you Team Stick girls or other demonstrators that are on, if you can tell me whether it's still available. I'll be very sad if it's not available anymore. But anyway, I think I was on earlier last week and it was still available. So what this is an embossing folder, and with your $60 order you will get this embossing folder for free. So let's emboss this paper. Now it is one of the thicker embossing folders, which they call I think dynamic textured is what they call it. Oh good, Lena's telling me it's still available. Haha, good. We have things flying off the shelf, so that means you don't wait. If there's anything you like, you do not wait. That is the moral of the story. With Celebration or any new catalog or any catalog stuff you like, it's best not to wait because things do sell out. And it is only while supplies last. Look at that. Can you see that there? I love embossing. It's just so happy. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Okay, so here we go. Celebration freebie right there. Here's another celebration freebie I want to show you. Oh, hi Debbie. I'm glad you were able to get on. Don't worry. Yes, you can watch the beginning later. Okay, so this is some of the designer series paper that is available with your $60 order. It's also available as a bundle with a matching stamp set called Painted Seasons, which you can get free with a $120 order. Okay, so lots of freebies, and these things are gone when they are gone, and they are definitely gone by March 31st. So just don't wait. If you like anything, don't wait. That is the moral of the story. Okay, so don't be afraid to place an order. You can head to my online store just to browse if you want, genevieve.stampinup.net. Just hit the Shop Now button, and just remember to use that host code. Any orders over $40 will get those cute projects that I showed you earlier, all the spring projects. Okay, so here we go with that, and then what we're going to do, I will take some Whisper White paper, and we're going to use that great Healing Hug stamp. Yes, I think so too. Lindsay was saying the Painted Seasons also has distinctive stamps. I thought so too. But the reason why I didn't use it, I totally would have used it on this card. But I actually searched up distinctive on the Stampin' Up! Store, and Painted Seasons did not show up. And so then I thought, then I doubted myself, right? I doubted myself. I was like, okay, I thought it was a distinctive stamp, but maybe it's not. But since Lindsay is confirming that she believes the Painted Seasons is also distinctive, then I really could have used that stamp and stuck with everything from the Painted Season Suite, but anyway, this Healing Hugs one is very pretty as well. Okay, so can you see that? Just the shading on it makes it look so much more realistic. Love it, love it. Okay, so don't miss the April Paper Pumpkin box if you want to try out one of those distinctive stamps. It's only $25 for a 1-month prepaid paper pumpkin. Or what I would suggest is just go for the month-to-month subscription. You can do that, and then it's $26.95 per month. That includes the shipping, and just each month, whenever you choose to stop, you can stop, and then you'll never miss a box that way. Okay, although during celebration, it's very nice to get a 3-month prepaid or more, 3-month or more prepaid, because then you'll qualify for celebration freebies, you know, like the embossing folder, ta-da, or the beautiful paper. Ta-da, see, beautiful paper. So that's all free. So if you get a 3-month or more prepaid, you can rack up those celebration freebies. Okay, so just let me cut this out. You know, my desk starts off very clean at the beginning for my Facebook Live, and then it just starts going crazy. Okay, now, if you are just joining in, I see more friends joining us. Don't be afraid to comment, because I do a raffle for those that comment, as well as a little drawing for those that share my video. So don't be afraid to share as well. I love to share stamping with others. Okay, so I'm just using the stitched shaped framelits. Let me show you what they look like here. Okay, you get circles, you get ovals, you get squares, and I love it because it's got the stitching on it. So that's what I cut out the circle with. Let me show you the stitching. Hi, Annette. Oh, I know, I love this stamp set too. Okay, can you see the stitching in there on the side? It just gives that little bit of interest. Love it, love it. Okay, let's move this out of the way, this baby. My boyfriend, the big shot. Everybody knows he's my boyfriend. Okay, now, I was really prepared today, and I even pre-cut out the circle just from the layering circles die, so we can just stick that right on. Again, that's just the soft suede. Okay, and here's our other piece right there. Okay, and we'll put that onto our soft suede base. Makes me so happy. Very happy right here. I'm still using dimensionals from a past paper pumpkin. What, the layering circles are your favorite, Lindsay, or the stitched? Because the stitched are the ones that get a lot of use in my craft cave. Okay, put that on there. And then if we want to put a little sentiment, if you guys have watched my Facebook Lives before, you'll know that like this is a go-to set. I use the Itty Bitty Greetings all the time. So it's not the first time that you've seen this, I'm sure. And you can, just because there's so many sentiments that you can use, and you can just punch them out. So I'm just going to use, I don't know, a scrap piece of paper I have here. We'll use the Pool Party ink. Lindsay's saying that she's thinking of casing it. Go ahead. That's why I'm sharing, for you guys to case and enjoy, to make it yourself, whatever you want. I don't know if this was cleaned before. Okay, yes, we're okay. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this card for the Cards for Kenya fundraiser. And that is going to be on March the 31st. So if any of you are local and want to attend the fundraiser, please do. My friends are going with their entire family. So there's a family of 4 of them, 2 teenage children and themselves, are going to go to Kenya to do some service work there. My friend Myrna is an optometrist, so she's going to share her optometry skills with those less fortunate in Kenya. And there's a medical clinic down there, and her husband and kids will be helping out. So they are raising funds, and she said she would do a Stampin' fundraiser. So if you're able to come and join in, please do. It's on March the 31st. This is one of the cards that we'll be making. and you can choose whatever sentiment you want. When I do fundraisers, I normally try to make cards where people can kind of change up the sentiments if they want to, because you know, anybody can come to the fundraiser whether they've stamped or not before, so I try to keep it pretty simple. Okay, so there's the card. I'm glad you guys like it. Thanks, Heather. Okay, so this shows off some of the celebration stuff. It shows off the distinctive stamp. And then it reminds me to remind you that if you can come to the Cards for Kenya fundraiser on March the 31st, please let me know ASAP. I will be closing off registrations for that within the next couple of days. Okay, so let me flip this camera around. I think this was all the stamping stuff I wanted to show you today. So let me flip this around so I can properly, I like to show my face. Not that I can see your face, but I always feel like if I say hello or goodbye, I should flip it around. So let me do that. Okay, oh sorry, hope I didn't make anyone dizzy there. Okay, so hopefully enjoyed the stamping. Thanks, I'm glad you guys like the card. I love the card too. So that's today's Tuesday at 2. If you're watching the replay, you can still comment and you can still share the video, and you'll be entered in the drawing, because I normally do the drawings like a week after. So don't be afraid to do that. Oh no, I like blue and brown together. So this is soft suede and pool party. So you know how to put them together. I'm glad you like it. So don't be afraid to share and comment. And of course, don't forget to head to my online store to take advantage of Celebration. There's only a couple of weeks left. So I don't want you to miss it, because some of these items are exclusive to Celebration. You will not be able to get them later. Oh, Judy hasn't gotten your paper pumpkin yet. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't spoil the surprise for you. But you've probably seen lots of samples online anyway. It is a great, great kit. So if some of you out there haven't yet tried paper pumpkin, that is a first route to try. Whether you're a regular crafter or whether you've never crafted before, paper pumpkin is perfect because it just makes it easy. So I'll make sure to put the link in the description later. Okay, so thanks for joining in, guys. So great to chat with you, and we'll be back on Tuesday at 2 next week. Thanks for joining in. Bye.